Dun, 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 dun. Okay, enough of that. I know my singing is horrible, but hey, when you had a catchphrase that was stuck in your head for a long time, even though you have forgotten what game it came from, you pretty much want to get that out your chest too. Hey guys, J77 here, doing another video game music review, and this one is a game that I played in the arcade, never finished the game, cost me pretty much, if I actually go back, $50 in quarters, and to this day it still gives me bad memories. That's Ghost N Goblins. Ghost N Goblins is a game that for reasons it's been resurging lately as reviews. The last one wasn't really a review, but pretty much a news talk. High Tech USA, very good channel by the way. You gotta check him out. He's very, very good, very, very knowledgeable, and have really must keep us informed what's going on in the gaming industry. And I recommend you guys give him a check out. He's very, very good. James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, actually did a video on this. So surprisingly, this game has resurfaced, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. For me, my experience was I don't remember playing it for any game console, but I do remember losing a lot of quarters when I played it, and that one song that I just hummed out was the song that stuck by me even after I had forgotten this game existed. And the launch, because it was actually a catchy tune. It was actually one of those tunes that when you put in a quarter, you hear it, you play it, and that's it. As for the game, it was a pain in the ass. And seeing James Rolfe actually beat it made me very jealous, because I tried my best to beat this game, and I could never have gone to the last level. I don't think anybody who put quarters in the arcade ever beat that game. And after seeing James Rolfe's video, it's kind of funny. I actually kind of laughed, and I said, you know, maybe it wasn't a bad thing that I didn't beat the game in arcade, because once he finished the game, he had to start over from the beginning, because the first whole stage was just a dream. That would probably pissed off a lot of people who was playing on the arcade version. You probably would see a lot of punch screens, broken screens because of that, because it did drain your pockets. It's one of those games that really was a pocket drainer, to a large degree. One thing about those arcades, if you have a game that has like one man, where you have to feed the energy bar. I know Turtles had that a lot. RoboCop had that a lot. Once your man is gone, your ass out of luck. That's all I gotta say it. And Ghost N Goblins, although they had lives, unless you had like armor, that's pretty much it. And you can lose, you can get hit twice back to back, like nothing. And that's how hard that game was. It was very, very hard. But the soundtrack, or the melody, I like to call it, never left me. I literally forgot this game exists for a long time, and it wasn't until I heard they was actually rebooting it, pretty much the same game, just putting it in different consoles, that I realized I recognized that from somewhere. Where did I recognize? I know I played this, but I don't remember why I actually recognized it by sight and not by just by ear. And then I played like a virtual games, like a multiple game for the PSP. It was one of those games that had a lot of classic games from Capcom. The original Street Fighter, which I look forever for. I played. I loved the original Street Fighter. It's hard as any Street Fighter could be. And that was before they even had all the other characters. I think they had Ryu. That was it. I mean, that was all you got the chance to play for. But it was a hard game. I mean, if you get past the second round, you're the man. But you're gonna have to work for it. But it was a very fun game at that. And they had like a lot of One Final Fights, other fighting games that pretty much was a generic version of the other one. But they were fun games. And actually, there was actually a bonus feature. Yeah, there was a bonus feature on the PSP. And I clicked it, and it played just the soundtrack, just that one melody, and it sounded just like what it was in the 80s. That's how memorable that thing was. And then when I heard it, I said, "Oh yeah, I remember this. This is from that show. Yeah, I can remember. I remember this right now." Too bad I don't remember much about the game because, frankly, the game was too hard and it was just too frustrating for me to beat. But a lot of people did play it. A lot of people did play the game, and yeah, even they got frustrated. It's one of those games that is better to play in the home console than in the arcades. There's a lot of games like that that was pretty much better to play in the home console than the arcade. RoboCop is definitely one of them. Although there was a cheat code to RoboCop that I wonder if even in the Nintendo version they kept. But there was a cheat code there that people used, and it was kind of amazing how they kept that going. But God forbid if that arcade got turned off. I mean, there was instances where people came close to beating the game, and I actually seen it. And then something happened, and all the arcades from the store shut down and reset itself. I'm like, God did not want you to beat this game. That's always a big issue. But Ghost N Goblins, yeah, that's one of the tunes that I consider to be a memorable tune. Sadly, it's really the most memorable tune I can remember from the game. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that's just the truth. I can't really talk much about the game except for its generic plot and the fact that you're in armor and you got to save the princess going for castle walls. That's pretty much it. And according to the weapons, you can either advance more quickly or you pretty much just you're dead. That's just how that goes. So you got to be very, very careful and very, very selective. And again, I think the Angry Video Game Nerd had pretty much sums it in his video, which made me smile once I read the text saying that this was all a dream. You got to start from the beginning. I said, wow, they really they really messed him up. But I guess that was the plan all along because it is relatively short. For a game like that, it is kind of short. It's not like one of those long games. Like Angry Joe always said, that it's like 8 hours long. It's pretty much a standard game. It is pretty much short, so having it done twice, I can see why they did that to justify it. But in any case, I would still would have been mad if that would have popped up in the arcade screen. Just saying. Well, that's pretty much it for this review. Pretty much. Did I like the song? Oh yeah, I like the song. It's a very good song. I actually really do like the song, and surprisingly enough, I like the song more so than the game. And for a while, I didn't even know where I got that music from. Now I know. It's one of those melodies that I think a lot of people hear by ear. If you hear, you're pretty much got an idea where it's coming from, especially those who are diehard. If those who are diehard with Ghost N Goblins, they pretty much know what it is. They hear that song, instantly Ghost N Goblins. I hear that song, it's a great song, I just don't know where it came from. So I'm pretty much splitting the fence. Good melody, not a very good game I actually got fond memories of. But that's just my opinion. What's your opinion? What's your feeling about Ghost N Goblins melody? Do you like it? Didn't like it? Tell me why. Even if you don't like the game, just tell me why. I'd like to know your opinion on it. Till then, this is J77 saying take care and be safe.